Stop scrolling and take a breath. If current layoff charts keep climbing, there's a 43% chance your job description won't exist 12 months from now. The good news is that a tiny cluster of skills are still so human, so improvisational, or so physically gnarly that the smartest silicon can't touch them. In the next 7 minutes, you're going to see exactly which ones they are, how to start learning them this weekend, and why a robot would self-destruct trying to keep up. Picture the power grid after a summer lightning strike. Transformers popping like fireworks, lines sparking in the dark. A drone can hover and photograph, but it can't shimmy 40 feet up a live pole, replace a scorched insulator, and reroute current before an entire hospital wing loses ventilation. High-voltage field technicians do that, and demand for them is set to outpace supply by 30% before 2027. You don't need a PhD, just nerves, certification, and muscle memory that no algorithm can simulate. Now step inside a frozen food plant at 3 a.m. A robotic arm seizes mid-cycle, coolant hisses, and $1 million worth of produce starts to thaw. The maintenance manual says, reboot. Your gut says the servo temperature sensor is lying. Industrial HVAC robotics hybrid techs run diagnostics, hack quick fixes with zip ties and thermal paste, and have production rolling before dawn. Try fitting that into a prompt. Cybercriminals don't announce themselves with clean data sets. They creep sideways through log files, flip identities, and mutate on every scan. During a breach, an incident responder chases anomalies in real time, asks what feels wrong here, and gambles on instinct to isolate the blast radius. AI can spot patterns, but it can't follow a hunch born from coffee-fueled 3 a.m. war rooms. If you can think like an attacker and talk like a diplomat, you'll never be short of contracts. Shift from crisis to conversation. 2 Fortune 500 suppliers want the same microchip allocation. An AI can draft pricing models in milliseconds, but it can't read the quiver in a voice that signals hidden leverage. Elite B2B negotiators walk into boardrooms, detect ego, fear, and greed, and steer 7-figure deals with a pause, a half smile, and a carefully timed silence. When billions hinge on trust and subtext, flesh and blood still closes the sale. Look at the apps on your phone. Every button, swipe, and microanimation was sketched by a human who watched another human struggle with confusion or delight. Ethnographic UX researchers shadow users in grocery aisles, subways, living rooms, capturing gestures a webcam can't label. They translate raw emotion into interface tweaks that add millions in revenue. Empathy isn't code, it's conversation plus observation plus the itch to fix tiny frictions no dataset flags. Shift to the ICU. The monitor flatlines for half a second, but the patient's skin tone says otherwise. A critical care nurse drops the chart, tilts the bed, and manually ventilates while whispering a joke to keep the family from panicking. Sensors lag, protocols stutter. Human life is messy and unscripted, and bedside adaptability is still the final frontier machines can't navigate without human override. Finally, there's the person paid to judge the machine itself. As governments tighten regulation, companies need ethical AI auditors, part coder, part philosopher, who sift training data for bias, probe edge cases, and decide whether an algorithm stays on or gets yanked before it denies someone a mortgage. The job is half detective work, half moral debate over coffee with lawyers. The very act of keeping AI honest is, for now, safe from AI replacement. 7 abilities, 1 pattern. They blend real-world chaos, emotional nuance, or split-second improvisation, domains where pattern recognition alone isn't enough. Robots excel at repetition. You excel at context. Take 60 seconds after this video ends. Pick the skill that sparks curiosity or scares you the least, search for a starter certification, and block out 1 hour this week to dive in. Then drop a comment telling everyone which path you chose. In 12 months, while others refresh email for layoff notices, you'll be cashing checks from work the robots still flunk.